Set out on a 10-day journey through the western part of the Netherlands, a country shaped by water, trade, and centuries of innovation. Along the way, you'll encounter canal cities, bold modern architecture, and landscapes defined by windmills and open skies. This itinerary blends cultural landmarks with hands-on experiences, from significant churches and museums to local food traditions and working heritage sites. Each day offers something distinct, creating a well-paced route that reveals the depth and variety of this spectacular country. Let's get going! We begin in picturesque Utrecht, where we find the 14th-century Dom Tower, the tallest church tower in the Netherlands. Climb its 465 steps for panoramic views of the city and surrounding waterways. Check out the Dom Church, adjacent to the tower, with its Gothic construction, vaulted ceilings, and intricately carved interiors. Head underground for Domunder to be immersed in 2,000 years of history. Next, explore the Oudegracht, a unique two-level canal system where cellars at water level now contain cafes and shops, while the street above is lined with splendid buildings. Be on the lookout for Utrecht's street art as you stroll, including painted alleyways, murals, and other urban installations. For a fun diversion, stop at Museum Speelklok, dedicated to self-playing musical instruments and mechanical clocks, demonstrating centuries of innovation in Dutch music. In the evening, experience the delightful Trajectum Lumen, an outdoor light trail highlighting architectural details of landmarks, bridges, and squares. In the morning of day 2, drive about 30 minutes to Holland's largest castle, the De Haar. Tour its restored interiors, including Great Hall, towers, and private rooms. Pass through the formal gardens and grounds to capture the scale and detail of the estate. If you don't fancy a castle, head to nearby Amersfoort, a remarkably preserved medieval village. It's famous for its 15th-century Koppelpoort land and water gate and winding canals. As you wander this charming place, look for the Onze Lieve Vrouwentoren, one of the tallest church towers in the country. And don't miss the Muurhuizen or wall houses built on ancient border walls. For the afternoon, explore Utrecht's Museum Quarter. Options include the Centraal Museum for Contemporary and Historic Arts, the Nijntje Museum to learn about the winsome Miffy character, the Museum Catharini Convent for 16th-century religious art, or the astronomical Sonnenborg Observatory. When you tire from walking, take a break in Wilhelmina Park. Surrounded by monumental villas, it's known for its old-growth trees and elegant central pond. For dinner, seek an inviting restaurant in Noord Square, a vibrant central meeting hub. On day 3, go to Gouda, a warm and enchanting town celebrated for cheese production. Try to be there on a Thursday morning in the summer so you can experience the Gouda cheese market. Watch traders in traditional dress weigh and sell large cheese wheels using hand claps, a practice that dates back to 1395 and still follows established routines. You'll see the Goudse Waag in action where cheese was weighed, graded, and taxed before sale. Take time to admire the 15th-century former town hall sitting prominently in the square, recognizable by its decorative shutters and symmetrical design. Then, spend some time at the Sint-Janskerk, the Netherlands' longest church. It features expansive stained glass windows that illustrate biblical narratives and major historical events. Gouda's other culinary creation are stroopwafels, thin waffles filled with warm caramel syrup and pressed together using traditional irons. Savor them freshly made. To start day 4, travel 30 minutes south to Rotterdam, renowned for its leading-edge architecture and innovative urban planning following its post-war reconstruction. A striking example are the cube houses, a set of tilted residential apartments designed to maximize space in an unconventional way. One of the houses is open to visitors, allowing you to see how the angled interiors function. The adjacent Pencil building also stands out as a bold contrast to traditional Dutch homes. Wander around the Old Harbor, the city's oldest port areas, established in 1350. Today, it's lined with historic ships, cafes, and terraces. Don't miss the Markthal, a dramatic indoor food hall with dozens of food stalls offering local and international dishes. A Rotterdam specialty is kapsalon, fries topped with doner meat, cheese, and lettuce. Close by is the Witte Huis, Europe's first skyscraper, completed in 1898 and notable for surviving the wartime bombing. Finish the day at the Euromast, where a high-speed lift takes you to the top for sweeping views over the skyline and busy harbor. Day 5 focuses on Rotterdam's past, culture, and surrounding districts. You can take a water bus ride to the Kinderdijk windmills, the largest collection of Dutch 18th-century windmills, and a UNESCO site. Some of them are still in use today and are open to visitors. On your return, admire the Erasmus Bridge, with its unique construction that has earned the nickname the Swan. In the afternoon, make your way to Delfshaven, the 1620 departure point of the Pilgrim Fathers to America, and one of the few areas that survived World War II bombing. Walk along its waterways lined with typical early Dutch buildings and tour the Pilgrim Fathers Church, where people once gathered before sailing to the New World. Time and energy permitting, take in the museum park, a cultural hub hosting several important museums and art institutions in one central area. The Boijmans van Beuningen Museum boasts a wide-ranging collection of European art, while the Depot Boijmans van Beuningen is an art warehouse worth seeing for its mirrored, bowl-shaped design. Or simply amble around the peaceful park area with its distinct landscaped gardens. End the day along the scenic Westersingle waterfront, a free open-air route where you'll find sometimes quirky sculptures by acclaimed international artists. On day 6, travel a short distance to Delft, a compact city with a marvelous center, royal connections, and distinctive blue and white pottery. Begin at the Delft Market, one of the largest town squares in Holland. It's lined with magnificent buildings and anchored by the Nieuwe Kerk Delft, where members of the Dutch royal family are buried. Climb the tower for wide views across the surrounding countryside. Directly opposite stands the Stadhuis Delft, a Renaissance-style building with a richly decorated facade and a central tower that survived a major explosion in the 17th century. Step into the Oude Kerk Delft, known for its leaning tower and as the burial site of Johannes Vermeer, the esteemed artist who was born in this city. The Vermeer Centrum Delft is an information center dedicated to his life and work if you want to learn more about him. Continue to the Royal Delft, the last remaining Delftware factory, also a museum. Watch artisans paint ceramics by hand and discover how the iconic tiles are made. Our destination for Day 7 is The Hague, the Netherlands' seat of government. Start your visit at the Binnenhof, a striking 13th-century complex set around an elegant courtyard beside a tranquil lake. It's one of the city's most recognizable landmarks. Next, see the Mauritshuis, which houses masterpieces of Dutch Golden Age painting, including works by Vermeer and Rembrandt. Another worthy destination is the Escher Museum, located in a former royal palace. Its exhibits focus on the work of an artist recognized for mathematically inspired prints revealing impossible structures and optical illusions. It's a mind-bending place. Afterwards, walk to the Peace Palace, a global symbol of peace and justice. Look for the World Peace Path, composed of 197 symbolic stones from various countries. Guided tours are sometimes available. Finish the day in Scheveningen Beach, where a long promenade, pier, and sandy shoreline provide a contrast to the formal institutions of the urban center. Be sure to try some iconic raw herring in the traditional way by holding the fish by the tail. In the morning on Day 8, go to Rotterdam. Here, incredibly detailed scale models recreate famous Dutch landmarks, presenting a quick overview of the country's geography, style, and special places. It's a treat for all ages. Return to The Hague and proceed to Noordeinde Palace. One of the 3 official palaces of the Dutch king, it's surrounded by upscale boutiques and cafes. A couple of blocks away is Lange Voorhout, a strikingly beautiful tree-lined avenue. In the afternoon, travel north about 30 minutes to Leiden. It's noted for its canals, centuries-old architecture, and scientific heritage. It's also very walkable, so begin your exploration with a walking tour. Count how many of the 35 hidden courtyards or hofjes you can see. You should be able to spot some of the dozens of wall poems that grace many structures in several languages. Or follow the Rembrandt route, featuring the artist's birthplace, studio, and school. In the evening, stroll along the picturesque Rappenberg Canal, passing elegant 17th-century residences and university grounds that characterize the city's enduring charm. It's day 9 and we'll spend some time discovering Leiden's cultural richness. Begin at the Hortus Botanicus Leiden, one of the world's oldest botanical gardens, established in 1590. Wander through greenhouses and outdoor collections displaying exotic plants, towering trees, and artistic displays. Its work spawned the country's monolithic tulip industry. Then, stop at the Pieterskerk Leiden, a Gothic church associated with the early Dutch Pilgrim Fathers. Today it's a vast public space used for exhibitions, dinners, and other shows. Leiden has 13 museums, so check if there's one that interests you. The National Museum of Antiquities holds an impressive collection from ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Visit the Rijksmuseum Boerhaave for in-depth insights into the city's science history, or the Museum de Lakenhal, a world-class museum that showcases fine arts and local history. Alternatively, hike up to the Burcht van Leiden, a small 11th-century hilltop castle with panoramic views of the area. If you prefer a more leisurely pursuit, experience Leiden's extensive canal network by boat to appreciate its 17th-century architecture from a different perspective. We'll end our journey in Haarlem, a well-preserved medieval city just outside Amsterdam, conveniently located for onward traveling. Start at the Gouda Markt, the vibrant main square lined with cafes and gabled homes. Anchoring the square is the St. Bavokerk, a Gothic cathedral famed for its 17th-century Miller organ, played by renowned composers, including Mozart. Next, look for some of the Haarlem hofjes, often accessed via small passageways. These tranquil 17th-century dwellings were built by wealthy citizens to accommodate the elderly or poor, delivering a glimpse into the city's social legacy. From there, head to the Taylor's Museum, Holland's oldest museum, showcasing art, natural environment, scientific instruments, and fossils in an antique setting. Another option is the Frans Hals Museum, highlighting works by Haarlem's illustrious Golden Age painter, alongside other Dutch masters, with a focus on portraits and genre scenes. If you want to do some last-minute shopping, the Gouden Straatjes or Golden Streets are a network of shopping streets filled with unique boutiques and specialty stores. Or have a final Dutch meal at Jopenkerk, a former church transformed into a bustling craft brewery and restaurant. Thanks for watching. Over 10 days, you've discovered a country where history and modern life exist side by side, leaving you with a deeper understanding of Dutch culture, shaped by art, trade, and ingenuity. Whether it's the rhythm of daily life along the canals or the craftsmanship behind its traditions, this itinerary presents a rewarding and memorable way to experience the Netherlands beyond the expected. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others who prefer in-depth and realistic itineraries and manageable pacing. See you in another Travel Top 10 video where we'll spend 10 days in a different region of Europe.